Hello all, Alex here. Welcome to my hobby vlog. I'm back from my holidays. I've had a great time. Yeah, nice and tanned and relaxed. So brilliant holiday. We went to Gran Canaria. I took my grandkids and we had a fabulous time. So now I'm back to reality, back to work tomorrow. So I thought I'd do a little bit of painting. We'll pop out for a bit of lunch just before we go back to work, but we're not looking forward to it. But you got to pay for the next holiday, so it's got to be done. So but anyway, getting back to the vlog, then I ordered the Wargames Illustrated magazine off eBay because while I was on holiday I noticed that they'd given a free sprue with this for the Epic House Caesar. So because I've got 3,000 of them to do as a commission job, I thought I'd get the magazine, take the sprue off, and have a go at these because I've never done epics before. I've never done anything in, I think these are 12mm or something like that, 15mm, I don't know. And because this is the Carthaginian sprue, this is what Gary wants me to concentrate first on. So I thought I'd have a little go. So this is these are the, oh, bear with me, I think they're Libyan heavy infantry. Yeah, they're the Libyan heavy infantry. So yeah, I'm reasonably happy with them. I thought it would take me a lot quicker. It didn't. It took me a long time. But you know, and I still haven't finished these because I haven't put any symbols or anything on the shields. But I believe when the kit comes, it comes with decals, so you can put them on the shields. But I have realised that I need to get a few more paints. Shock. So the lilac I've been using here, I don't know if you can see the lilac. Let me just grab this. I've got my great big fat fingers in the way, but you said the lilac I used here is too faint. It isn't vibrant enough. I don't even know if it's going to show up on the camera. So I want a purple, so I've ordered some purples, and I'm using brass instead of bronze because I've been watching some of the YouTube videos and the tutorials are saying brass works better at this scale than bronze. So that's what I've gone with on there. Then I've covered it all in a non-oil. I haven't highlighted these yet. I still got to go back and spend some more time on these. So I've done the three rows, and I've tried to do different colour shields along there. You know, there's some burnt umber ones, some ivory ones, some lilac ones, yellow ones. Yeah. And I've kind of broken it up that way rather than do them all in the same colour. And then on the outside of the shields, you see that the brass kind of rim goes around the outside. The greaves that they're wearing on their shins are all brass. Sorry, I painted those in bronze. And then their helmets are in brass. And then on their plumes, I've done them in red. I don't know if that's the right colour. But I've done all the 3 10-man strips with red plumes, and then I used gunmetal metallic for their chainmail, and I think that looks okay. And then I washed it all in non-oil. Like I say, I haven't got round to highlighting these yet. The scale of it is so small that I'm unable to be able to put the eyes in, and that's something that I pride myself on doing when I'm doing the 28mm stuff. I just don't think I've got the skills to do it, so I'm not going to try because I think I'll end up making it look stupid. So yeah, but the spears, pleased with those. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with them. I'm waiting for Gary to look at this, and he can tell me whether there's anything that he particularly wants me to do, as he is the customer. But that's the Libyan heavy infantry. There's 3 rows of those. I do like these, and once I've got the highlighting done, I'm going to base them up. And I've got some Mediterranean mix which I bought from Geek Gaming, so I think that would look really good with these guys. So there's the 3 strips of the Libyan heavy infantry, and then on the rest of the sprue we had some skirmishers. So these are, I believe, bear with me, I've got them here. Numidian skirmishers. So these will be entertaining. Don't know what colour to do the skin on these. I think they may be darker. Don't know. But what I've gone back to is an old recipe I used to use on the skin for this scale, and that's Guilliman's flesh. I just think that is easier way to do it, and it kind of gives the right look to me. And then I've got the then I've got 2 lots of cavalry to do. So I've got the I think these are the I've got the Libyan Phoenician cavalry. There's 5 of those, which is this one here, and there's some more here. These are the ones with the plume helmets. And then this is the commander, so I'll spend a long time doing him. Quite looking forward to having a go at that one. But I've had to order some more paint, so I'm waiting for some Pro Acryls purple to come in, and a few others, because the actual colours that I've used on these shields are simply not vibrant enough. You know, that this one here, for example, is a pastel-y colour, which it just doesn't show up. It's not good enough. So yeah, so I've got some light infantry there, and some Phoenician cavalry, and you know, so these guys here that aren't wearing the helmets, these are Numidian light cavalry, and they were supposed to be the elite. They really, after looking at some of this, the history, because I didn't know anything about it, to be honest, until Gary said, you know, let's do this project. So I then went and swatted up on a lot of videos about it, and these Numidian, yeah, the Numidian cavalry really was something else. So these guys, they didn't have any reins on, they just had a bit of rope around the horse, and yeah, they were fabulous. So looking forward to doing the Phoenician cavalry and the Numidian cavalry. So there's those, and the skirmishers. So I've got a bit of work to do there. And then on to, I think these are the Spanish. These are the Spanish Scutari. I think, yes, I think these are Spanish Scutari. So you've got 3 lots, 10 men in each one. Yeah. So these ones will be entertaining. All different types of cloaks. I'm going to do these in different colours. I'm going to break them up and not have them all uniform, unless Gary tells me otherwise. But I think it would have been, that's the way they would have had them. So I'm just trying to work out the colours I'm going to use here, the recipe. I know where I'm going with the skin. I know where I'm going with the metallics. It's just the actual colours. And then on the shields, because the shields are the focal point on these. So what I want to do is make the shields the eye catcher. So I want to put in some sort of different designs and spend some time doing all these shields with dots and squares and quarters and triangles and etc. So I think these look good, and they'll all be different colours. So these will be good. So that is the sprue that came with the magazine. I'm really pleased I managed to get that, because I did ask Warlord, I did email Warlord and ask them, you know, I've got a big project for a customer. Is there any chance you could send me out a free sprue? And I'm small fry, you know, my channel is only very small, 622 subscribers. So it's not worth them sending it to me, and I get that, so I'm not complaining or anything like that, but which is why I'm over the moon that I managed to get that sprue from the magazine. So these are the two that I finished off before I went on holiday. So this is the Star Wars Legion, obviously. These are the speeder bikes that I finished off. So I'm really pleased with how these came out. I went as far as I can and as accurate as I can to the original film. So on the Forest Moon of Endor, you'll see these speeder bikes. They look kind of rusty, and I kind of replicated that look. You know, if you look here, I put some scratches into the side of it. I made it look as authentic to the film as I could. So I'm really pleased with that. And the actual stormtrooper that's riding it, you've got his pistol in his here. You know, I've highlighted it at the top down. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. And the boots, the soles have got a kind of a tan Kevlar look to them. And then you've got the bedroll on the back. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how they've come out. And then on the base, you'll see that I've put some flowers and foliage and bushes and a little bit of grass on there. So yeah, quite pleased with how that's come out. And then on this guy, this one here is quite a good pose. So he's looking back and shooting. And again, I've done the same thing with the speeder on here. Yeah, really pleased with how that's come out. So, but as soon as the rest of the starter set, the Hannibal starter set comes, I think there's 3,000 figures in total. All right, you're getting them in strips of 10. So, and then once I get better at doing these, I mean, I spent all day doing this yesterday, 3 of these, and that's where I've got to. But the first ones are always the hardest for me, because you're experimenting with colours. You know, you're stripping them off and starting them again, and you're seeing what looks right and what doesn't look right. So I will get better, and in the end I'll have some sort of production line set up to make sure that I'm getting these figures out to Gary in good time. So yeah, so once, like I say, when Warlord send me that starter pack, it's already paid for, it's pre-ordered. As soon as I get notification of that and it's coming, then everything stops and I'll concentrate on those. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll get cracking on these, and then this will help me decide what other paints I need to have for this project. So yeah, I'll probably end up buying a few. But the other good thing that I found when I've been doing this is Gary, he used to be a commission painter himself, and what he'd suggested was I look at the Pro Acryl range. And before, I used to just go with Vallejo model colours, you know, but I used to find that they used to dry out very quickly. But these Pro Acryls, they really are, they are the business. They really are fantastic. They're fabulous. And the other paints that I've been using are the AK Interactive Gen 3 paints, and I find them to be equally as good. So really chuffed with these. So all the money, every time I buy a new paint now, it will be the closest match to Pro Acryl or AK Interactive Gen 3 paints. So yeah, I'm chuffed with those. Paintbrushes then. So this Rosemary & Co. This is a 2/0 paint. I do like these brushes, I really do. And Justin, the miniature painter, recommended these to me, and I followed his advice because I like his stuff. And you know, who can argue with the quality of his work? So I went and bought on these, and I do like these, but I've gone through 2 of these already in a matter of a few months. And yeah, before anyone says, are you cleaning them properly, you know, I do. I use this stuff after every time before I'm going to put the paintbrush away, I clean it thoroughly with this. So yeah, maybe I'm a bit rough on the paintbrushes. Maybe that's the reason. So I bought a Winsor & Newton Series 7 to try out, and it's a number 1, would be a bigger paintbrush than this. But apparently the tip stays really pointy, which is the most important thing for me. And the fennel, which is this part here, is bigger, so it'll hold more paint. So I'm going to give it a go. And if I don't like the Winsor & Newton Series 7, then I'm going to always default back to my favourite brush, which is this one, the Rosemary & Co. And I do like. But what I tend to do is I lose hairs, or part hairs are showing out of here, out of the point. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating, but I do love that brush, you know. So, but anyway, that's the update. It's a little bit of a mix and match, a little bit of Star Wars Legion, a little bit of the Punic Wars Carthaginians, and a little bit of what I'm spending money on as far as paints are concerned. So it's good to be back. It's good to be painting. I missed my holiday already. I got holiday blues. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, but I've got to. But I hope everyone's been well, and I'll catch you on the next video. So take care.